So I'm back for another episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, MyShereeAmour, season 6, episode 7. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of breeze through this. So Martell is having a party for being on the front of Upscale magazine. I guess like Melody and other LAMH cast members who have graced the cover along with other reality stars. Okay, but he's throwing his own party. The magazine isn't throwing it for him. So the white lady showed him around the place where they were gonna have this party and was like, "Tell me a little bit about the magazine again." And that shit made me laugh because she had no idea. He was like, "Well, it's in stores all over the country. It's a black magazine." She ain't never heard of that shit, Martell. And honestly, the way magazines are done now, for the most part, them things are digital. But okay, Martell. So I want him to stop referring to Sheree as a celebrity because this relate. First of all, because it's just something about people who are Bravo celebrities and other like VH1 quote unquote celebrities. Reality TV stars are different than celebrities, okay? So bring it down a notch. So their relationship is so fake. There's like no chemistry. He sounds like he's talking to his second cousin or some shit. Somebody calls you, just see how you doing. Like that's how it sounds when they talk. Anyway, so Melody has Nell come over to her house. Nell, Tiffany, and Kiki. All right. So Mel basically says, "Look, my tea party the night before was not a complete failure, but it didn't go as planned." No shit. Okay. Now Nell and Tiffany did not know Kiki was coming until they got there. Messy, messy Mel. So Tiffany, I know you're pregnant. And so I'm really trying to hold back a lot on you, but you don't give me a lot to work with. I know you're pregnant, but that 6-inch fur you had around your neck, in that confessional, is don't ever do that again. I don't know what possessed you put it on, and you look like you got fucking ferret fur all around. Like that shit looks like a goddamn mess. So Mel is up here talking about how Tiffany and Kiki can't see eye to eye on nothing. So Mel, why would you bring that dissension into your household? Don't you have enough going on with Martell? Anyway, so Kiki basically said what she said to Tiffany was something that she said because she was angry, and she said, "When I'm angry, I go to 1,000." All right, and Kiki admitted that she said some bad things in that conversation. Yes, Kiki, you did, and that was fucked up. All right, Kiki, please come off of that. I know my father wasn't a dig, okay? Because that's bullshit. It was a dig. It was meant to be hurtful. Now Tiffany was being a complete bitch, but don't try to convince us that you didn't be that way, because you did, and you wrong. All right, that was too far. All right, Tiffany and Kiki claim they're good. Tiffany is going to continue to be a bitch. She is, and I knew that before I even saw the rest of the episode. I don't think it's the last time Kiki is gonna have to slice and dice her with her words, but that's just me. All right, so then we get, I guess, the other half of the tea party. So Kimmy, Tisha, and Stormy meet up. So they have basically this post uh tea party etiquette meetup. Um, Tisha hanging out. I mean, Tisha and Kimmy hanging out with Stormy seems really inorganic. Stormy, I don't see it for you. I don't. And you do a whole lot for me not to see it for you. Stormy was like, "Well, first of all, with that tea party, I don't need etiquette. I have always been a lady since I left the room." I said, "Bitch, you knew what the tea party was about before you went. So that's fake for you to talk shit at this point. You and your mom are ghetto hood rats. Don't get on a reunion crying this year about how people call you a hood rat. That's all you giving us. I am not impressed with you or your nose touching your lip and all that other shit. I don't like you. I don't care." Anyway, so they start rehashing the issue with Tiffany and Kiki. Okay? At this restaurant. Tiffany apparently had texted Kiki at some point before and claimed then at the tea party she didn't know her. I mean, you're not texting people screenshots of stuff because you don't have some kind of relationship with them. I mean, I guess you can, but I knew Tiffany was full of shit by that smirk she had on her face. But anyway, so Tiffany had been saying that Tisha, she told Stormy this. Stormy's recounting this whole story. Tiffany's not even there. That Tisha was kicked out of her office and she was the owner of the company in name only, and that she can't control her man. Stormy, you already a ghetto rat, okay? And then for you to take that back, like, Stormy is the kind of person that's an information gatherer. That's why she drops stuff off, like she's telling Tisha this, and then she lets people get upset about what she drops off and takes notes so she can take it back to bring it back. But then she don't. Her business is always real, like quiet, and those kind of people are not trustworthy. As far as I'm concerned, she's a lame bitch. She's a thirsty bitch. That's why she's on the show. I hope this is worth your company being run into the ground. The company where you're blaming the employees for you basically trying to exploit their labor and not pay them enough and overwork them. And good luck in Huntsville, Alabama. Anyway, so we get Martell at his bullshit party, all right? We already know Martell knows how to fuck up a party because he is not good at public speaking and it's just I can't. Okay, I'm over him, especially after this week and the stuff that dropped about Mel and what he was trying to do. Martell, you ain't shit on a whole nother level. Anyway, so Martell's mother is there. I'm gonna withhold. All right. So Maurice claims that, oh, Martell has Huntsville jumping. Well, shit, it ain't but 3 people in Huntsville. Anyway, so the jokes about Mel, Maurice, and Kimmy in the confessional, they're tired. The whole, oh, is Mel coming? They're divorced. Let it go. Stop bringing that up every season. Like, it's just, I don't know why they keep trying to push this dumb shit. Like, just stop. It's not funny. It's whack. All right. So Stormy is saying she doesn't know how she feels about Tiffany. After talking to Tisha and considering her first impression of Tiffany was that she was messy, now she's gone back to kind of not liking her. Well, you know what, Stormy? I don't like you for the way that you're also creating chaos and confusion. Okay? Because you have a hand in this too. You're not likable either. You don't read well on the camera either. All right? I don't like neither one of y'all. So they have a scene with Stormy. This is all at Martell's party, right? Of course. Stormy, Kiki, and Tiffany. So Stormy stirs the pot and says, Tiffany, well, you texted Kiki about T regarding Marcel and Tisha's marriage and you liked it. That's stupid shit. Stupid shit, right? So Tiffany got to backpedaling. That's how I knew she was lying. And so, because she had stuck at that tea party to the, I didn't know you. I know of you and of your family. That kind of dumb shit. Tiffany, you lie and then you keep lying and make a bigger mess while carrying a baby. And I just think that's the kind of time where you need to pull back and just focus on taking care of your body and your child. So then Stormy says, let me go get Tisha so we can get to the bottom of it. Why, Stormy? Get to the bottom of what? A text from 2 years ago? That shit is whack. So for people who are supposed to be business owners and educated women and accomplished women, there is a serious disconnect between what is on your resume and your character in a whole another way. And we are watching this shit on TV week after week, unfortunately, and it's not a good look. As mothers, people who are supposed to be examples to their children, and professionals, y'all are some whack ass busybodies. And your husbands really should check y'all. And I'm not even for that, or a man checking a woman, this and the other. But I'm sorry, in y'all's case, y'all need somebody to reel y'all back in. Okay, somebody who's with you needs to be in your life to say enough. Okay, because this shit is, y'all just carrying on. Shut the fuck up. So, is it me, or does Martell wear that black and white tuxedo to every event? Didn't he wear it to his wine event? Didn't he show up to Mel's video premiere in that same tuxedo? I promise, I really think he wear that tuxedo everywhere. Is your money that tight, Martell? Anyway, so Kimmy and Maurice talked about how Mel and Martell were, like, stuck at the hip. And I was just like, can y'all please just stop comparing everything to them? Like, it just gives me Maurice and Kimmy don't have much to give on their own. So now let's just keep going with this shit. But anyway, they were saying how Mel and Martell would work a room together. But they did say Martell and Sheree worked the room separately. And that shit was hard to watch. Okay, that shit was hard to watch. Kimmy was like, it just seems like a business arrangement. And that's what a lot of people have been saying online, in the blogs. And honestly, it's that, even calling it a business arrangement is still a nice stretch. Okay. So Martell thanks this special lady named Kim, who put the magazine thing together for Upscale. Then he gets down, and then they make that like you pulling the plug on something. He gave Sheree a church hug, and Sheree is awkwardly standing around in this very spacious room that is not full for Martell's party, even though he apparently has a jumping, according to Maurice. Um, and like if you're not from there, like you're not gonna necessarily know people, like you know their faces from TV, but like you're supposed to be with your date, your guest, so they don't feel uncomfortable, especially if they don't know other people. Martell, but I don't. Oh, gosh, you just ain't shit. So anyway, Marceau said the cover. Marceau was like, I'm not trying to be a hater, but then he proceeds to go in. He was like, it's really airbrushed. He was like, Martell looked like a cartoon version of himself. I said, damn. He's right. Okay. So Tiffany, it's like she just, she's that kind of bitch. Let me find somebody to fuck with. So find Sheree. Sits her down. She starts asking questions about whether she had met Mel before, so on and so forth. If Mel's your friend, Tiffany, that's a question that you should have asked Mel. There's no need for you to do all that. Okay? Tiffany says, well, I would want to know who was around my kids. Well, let Mel and Martell worry about that. That's not your fucking business. What you need to be worried about is your pregnant, sorry ass walking around fucking with people while you carrying a baby. Anyway, Tiffany was like, well, you need to fix that. And Sheree said, we don't need to fix anything that's not broken. Essentially that's Martell's job. And it is. Okay? Tiffany, you are messing with an OG from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And we all know the Real Housewives of Atlanta, even though I don't even watch that stuff no more, that shit helped put the Bravo network on the map. Okay? In the way it had not been. You are not ready for the Mack truck that is Sheree and Reed's that can really hurt your feelings and cut you so deeply you will never recover. All right? Because I'm going to be honest, pregnancy don't mean shit to them chicks in Atlanta. Okay? Remember that season when Kenya was pregnant and Nene said she was going to give birth to a buffalo? Let me tell you something. This ain't this ain't for you, baby. It's not. So then she proceeds. Tiffany is just running her fucking mouth. Then she asked her if she thought Martell still had feelings for Melody. Tiffany, bitch, shut the fuck up. Does Mel even want you bringing this shit up? Y'all not even close. Like, y'all are close for TV. It's none of your damn business. I'd be embarrassed. Never mind. So she's telling Sheree how Martell was, asking Mel at the last event or something they were at, where she was going, what she was doing, all these different questions. And so Sheree handled it with a good party line answer and was like, well, I think he should care. Because I would look at him differently if he didn't care about his family. Don't think them alarms weren't going off in Sheree's head, but she damn sure wasn't about to let you see her sweat. You dumb broad. So Tiffany asked, how does Sheree feel about Martell's reputation as a cheater? I said, this bitch has no conscience, no sense of just enough. And Sheree said, well, I watch your show, and you cheated too. I said, well, bitch, you go there, you get there. So Tiffany then proceeds to say, you think you're putting a pussy down like that he's not cheating? I said, well, your husband, the way his legs look, he look like he have a pussy. Don't pull it. Don't pull it. Don't pull it. I don't even know why I said that, but I just don't like Tiffany. And Lou, I'm sorry, you just collateral damage. Anyway, Tiffany, you lucky Sheree didn't whoop your ass. And you want to know why she didn't whoop your ass? I don't even know if I believe it's because you're pregnant. I think it's because OWN don't pay like Bravo, and as far as she's concerned, a fight ain't even worth the money. Sheree, you know what? I got to give it to you on that one. All right, they are not in a real relationship for her to even get upset about. Girl, you wouldn't last 2.5 minutes in the A. Anyway, shout out to the hometown. So Martell and Sheree having a little wrap-up combo the next day or whatever. She comes ringing the doorbell. I'm like, y'all together? Y'all didn't sleep at the same house? Okay, so they had a weird scene, and I'm calling it weird because they're talking about marriage and blending families. It seems like Martell is talking to, like, the way you would talk to a neighbor or a family friend or, a deacon from the church if they came over. Like, they know you, they know about the situation, but they don't really know you, but they're trying to like be supportive. Like that's all I get from them. That's all I get from them. Like somebody's just checking on you. So Sheree is lying when she says she likes Huntsville. Sheree, cut it out. All right, Sheree brings up her conversation with Tiffany. And honestly, yes, you needed to address this with him. So she told him, she was like, Tiffany's questions were really intrusive, okay? And she told him that she asked her if Martell still had feelings for Mel. So Sheree asked him directly. And he was like, no, I'm not. You know how Martell be lying. So Martell was hemming and hawing and talking a bunch of nonsense. He's still in love with Mel, and this is a fake ass relationship. Okay, it just is what it is. Tiffany told Sheree about how Martell chased Mel to the car at Kimmy's party. I didn't even hear that part in the first part. But the conversation honestly was confusion because it was a bunch of bullshit. So the most clear Martell was at any point was when he was talking about him and Mel's family dynamic. Yeah, because he know about that. Tiffany was running her fucking mouth. Sheree was recounting the story, incident after incident. It was so many things. They just kept, it was hard to watch. Martell, let me tell you though, another reason why I don't like you. Because you a little too giddy every time you see and hear about women fighting. I don't like that about you. Because when Sheree said, well, I told Tiffany, she's an OG, oh, shoot. Whenever women get into it, the same way when like Mel put Tisha out, you always somewhere like enjoying that. I just, there are so many things about Martell that are sus, and I'm just going to leave it there. But Martell's going to handle that next week. They're going to address that, and that's going to be a mess. Anyway, it was good catching up with y'all. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.